How could I possibly not do a video on this? The word apocalypse is in here, bankruptcy is in here, and retail. I mean, this has got my name all over it. Michael Snyder, the economiccollapseblog.com, has an interesting story that I'm going to read. This is a story time with Jason 4. Once upon a time, 2017 is going to be the worst retail apocalypse in U.S. history. More than 300 retailers have already filed for bankruptcy. Let that sink in. 2017 is going to be the worst retail apocalypse in U.S. history. That, notice for once, I haven't come out here and said, since the last recession, 2008, 2009. We haven't seen this since the last recession. We haven't seen that since 2008. No, this is far worse. We've never seen this. This is going to take the cake, is what he's saying. But, a second thought, Janet Yellen, we raised the rates another 0.25% today. Gold and stuff, silver shot way up and then went across and then went right back down a couple hours later, back to where they started the day. No manipulation to see here, folks. No manipulation at all. Trust me, it's all completely normal for that to happen. Yeah, right. So, the data that they look at, the Fed, is screaming, don't raise rates. Do not raise rates. Well, and then her speech, with the employment at nearly full capacity and the jobless labor market doing great. How must it feel to just get up there and lie through your damn teeth to all of the people in your country, to just lie through your freaking teeth? All is well. Everything's great. Yellen, did you know that we're on record track right now? 2017 is going to be the worst retail apocalypse ever? You sure you want to raise rates right now? Yeah, okay, just checking. Not even during the worst parts of the last recession did things ever get this bad for the U.S. retail industry. As you will see in this article, more than 300 retailers have already filed for bankruptcy in 2017, and it is being projected that a staggering 8,640 stores will close in America by the end of this calendar year. That would shatter the old record by more than 20%. Usually when records are broken, you know what I mean? Few percent difference. Oh yeah, they broke a record by 5%. Oh wow, that's not bad. I mean, that's not good. 5%. I was hoping you'd say 1 or 2%. No. How about 20%? So that's how it's looking anyways, according to the data. So, sadly, our ongoing retail apocalypse appears to only be in the early chapters. One report recently estimated that up to 25% of all shopping malls in the country could shut down by 2022 due to the current woes of the retail industry. And if the new financial crisis that is already hitting Europe starts spreading over here, the numbers that I just shared with you could ultimately turn out to be a whole lot worse. I knew that a lot of retailers were filing for bankruptcy, but I had no idea that the grand total for this year was already in the hundreds. According to, get ready for this one, CNN, shocking that they even report these numbers, the number of retail bankruptcies is now up 31% compared to the same time period last year. Yeah, listen, about that Trump rally. Bankruptcies continue to pile up in the retail industry. More than 300 retailers have filed for bankruptcy so far this year, according to data from bankruptcydata.com. That's up 31% from the same time last year. Most of those filings were for small companies, the proverbial mom and pop store with a single location. But there are also plenty of household names on that list. Yes, the growth of online retailers such as Amazon is fueling some of this. But the internet has been around for several decades now. I don't know about several. You could say 3, though, kind of. 27, 1987, you could get away with 3. I'm a kind of guy that I don't call 3 several. I call 3 a few. Once I get into 4, 5, and 6, that's when I switch over to several. Just want to make that clear. Okay. Jason 4's definition of that. So why are our retail store closings and retail bankruptcies surging so dramatically all of a sudden? Just a few days ago, another major victim of the retail apocalypse, made headlines over the nation when it filed for bankruptcy. At one time, Gymboree was absolutely thriving, but now it is in a desperate fight to survive. Children's clothing chain Gymboree has filed for bankruptcy protection, aiming to slash its debts and close hundreds of stores amid crushing pressures on retailers. Some of which, by the way, is insane, beyond insane, ludicrous rental prices that we're all paying. Super high rents everywhere. You think these stores are not? Think again. But again, that's just part of the problem. It's not, if we were in a good economy, it wouldn't matter. Everybody would be loving life, spending money, buying clothes, yada, yada, yada. And that's the thing, children's clothing. It's kind of hard to buy clothes online, you know what I mean? You buy one from here that fits great. You buy the same kind of a size over here and it doesn't fit. Most people want to go buy clothes inside of a store. Try them on, especially women and kids, girls for the most part, but, boys too. Your mom's going to take you there, boy's coming, he's not going to go online. Anyways, Gymboree said it plans to remain in business, but will close 375 to 450 of its 1,281 stores in filing for a Chapter 11 bankruptcy reorganization. Gymboree employs more than 11,000 people, including 10,500 hourly workers. That would mean only 500 are salary? Wow. And in recent weeks, other major retailers that were once very prosperous have also been forced to close the doors and lay off staff. Janet Yellen, where are these numbers? All these stores closings mean people are out of work, and we're already on track to break the record this year, halfway through it. Unemployment is down to 4.4%. It's never looked better. The labor market is great. It picked up a little bit. What? Jason, we have to say that so that we can raise the rates. We know it's bogus. We know there's not a chance in hell it's true, but we still got to raise the rates and we need a reason. So we make up a story, fake data, like fake news, fake data, and we go with it. I got you, Janet. Thanks for telling me that. Appreciate that. Keep me up to date and stuff. This hemorrhaging of retail jobs comes on the heels of last week's mass layoffs at Hudson Bay Company, where employees from Saks Fifth Avenue and Lord & Taylor were among the 2,000 people laid off. The news of HBC layoffs came on the same day that Ascena, or is that Ascena, the parent company of brands like Ann Taylor, Lane Bryant, and Dress Barn, told investors it will be closing up to 650 stores, although it did not specify which brands would be affected just yet. Only 2 weeks ago, affordable luxury brand Michael Kors announced it too would close 125 stores to combat brand overexposure in plummeting sales. Nice of you to say combat brand overexposure, but let's stick to the facts. You're closing 125 stores due to plummeting sales. Okay, it is what it is. It's the truth. I don't like twisting words and making it sound a little prettier. You can't polish a turd. Oh, yes, we can. Watch this. Watch Janet Yellen. Watch when she speaks. Polished turds come right out of her mouth. Well, I'll be damned. I'll be damned. You're right. In a lot of ways, this reminds me of 2007. The stock market was still performing very well, but the real economy was starting to come apart at the seams. And without a doubt, the real economy is really hurting right now. According to Business Insider, Moody's is warning that 22 major retailers may be forced to declare bankruptcy in the very near future. 22 retailers in Moody's portfolio are in serious financial trouble that could lead to bankruptcy, according to a Moody's note published on Wednesday. That's 16% of the 148 companies in the financial firm's retail group, eclipsing the level of seriously distressed retail companies that Moody's reported during the Great Recession, meaning 2008 and 9. For those who don't know that term, I'm sure all of you probably do. You can find the full list right here, he says. If this many major retailers are distressed now, what are things going to look like once the financial markets start crashing? As thousands of stores close down all across the United States, this is going to put an incredible amount of stress on shopping mall owners. In order to meet their financial obligations, those mall owners need tenants. But now the number of potential tenants is shrinking rapidly. I've got a solution. JSNIP 4 at your service. Amazon, one of the reasons some of the retailers are failing because Amazon's taking over the whole online market, right? Amazon, take over, in my case, the Brandon Mall, take the whole damn thing over, and you can have a giant walk-through mall, all Amazon stuff. Everything you've ever bought on Amazon, you got it right there in the store. Just all that stuff. Amazon outlet. Forget shopping mall and this. Amazon, come get it. You can buy it now, place an order. I'll be there to pick it up. You go over there and pick it up if you want. Or, hey, let's just go shopping. Let's go shopping. All the stuff that's on Amazon, most of it anyways, is right in this freaking mall. And you have this mall, and you got another state, and another city, and the mall, Amazon takes over. It's kind of like Walmart. I got a solution, but unfortunately, it's not a solution to save these companies. However, maybe those employees who are losing their jobs could go over to there and get hired. They would need some help, right? But sadly, that's not about to happen as far as I know. Just a little thought I had. I have talked about dead malls before, but apparently what we have seen so far is nothing compared to what is coming. The following, believe it or not, comes from, again, CNN. Should be a FNN, to be honest with you, fake news network, but whatever. Store closings and even dead malls are nothing new, but things might be about to get a whole lot worse. Between 20 and 25% of American malls will close within 5 years, according to a new report out this week from Credit Suisse. That kind of plunge would be unprecedented in the nation's history. Yep, that's why I come out here and do these videos, so that when that day comes, everybody watching hopefully took a little bit of my advice on how I'm running my family. Precious metals, check. Cryptocurrencies, double check. Boom. Get ready for that rainy day. I can't, wait a minute. Yeah, I can't even imagine what this country is going to look like if a quarter of our shopping malls shut down within the next 5 years. Already there are some parts of the U.S. that look like a third world nation. That's funny. That's what Lindsey Williams' guy told him back in the day. You're going to be taken down to third world status. And then you'll have some of what, once we fix things, you'll have some of the lifestyle and the things you enjoy now. But you'll never go back to what you had like right now, which was a few years ago when he said this. He might be right. I don't know if you've studied history at all. Empires, I'm talking the king of the crop at the time, they all fall at one point or another, and it's always due to financial problems. They can't pay their bills, etc. Let's start wars and do this. That doesn't work. Works for a little while, but then it becomes expensive, too expensive. The rest is history. So, and what is this going to do to employment? Today, the retail industry employs millions upon millions of Americans, and those jobs could start disappearing very rapidly. The retail sales associate is one of the most popular jobs in the country, with roughly 4.5 million Americans filling the occupation. In May, the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics released data that found that 7.5 million retail jobs might be replaced by technology. Another issue we're all facing, technology replacing our jobs. Robots, automated stuff, touchscreens, order yourself, that kind of stuff. Self-checkout. The World Economic Forum predicts 30 to 50% of retail jobs will be gone once struggling companies like Gymboree fully hop on the digital train. MarketWatch found that over the last year, the department store space bled 29,900 jobs, while general merchandising stores cut 15,700 positions. At this rate, one Florida columnist put it soberingly, half of all U.S. retail jobs could vanish. Just as ATMs replaced many bank tellers, automated checkout stations are supplanting retail clerks. At this moment, the number of working-age Americans that do not have a job is hovering near a record high. So being able to at least get a job in the retail industry has been a lifeline for many Americans, and now that lifeline may be in grave danger. For those running our big corporations, losing these kinds of jobs is not a big deal. In fact, many corporate executives would be quite happy to replace all of their U.S. employees with technology or with foreign workers. But if the middle class is going to survive, we need an economy that produces good-paying jobs. Unfortunately, even poor-paying retail jobs are starting to disappear now, in the future of the middle class is looking bleaker than it ever has before. It's true. I've said this before, man. Can't I just come out here one day with good news? And you know what? Oh my gosh, I've been able to do that a few times here recently. Oh my gosh. But strangely enough, it is not related to anything that I cover on here about the retail apocalypse and the government. It's not related to that at all. It happens to be cryptocurrencies who have made some people filthy rich, made others rich, and made others a small fortune, if you will. So I have actually got to come out here, and I love coming out here to say, guys, did you see Ethereum? It's up to this, it's that. Veritasium, you need to get on that. And we got in Veritasium. Webbot talked about it. So now the next question is, what's the next coin, the next ICO that's going to be the one? And damn it, there's a lot of them. And Cliff High said, so be careful, be very careful. Cliff High said there's going to be scams upon scams coming out in the ICO market, especially initial coin offerings. And I don't know how to differentiate which one is. I mean, if you would know, right? You would not pick it, but we don't know, which is why I'm playing safe right now. I got my Veritasium, Ethereum, Bitcoin, boop. So that, I guess that about covers it, my friends. I think I got 2 more to do or 1 more. Let's see. Take care.